Hey folks, Chief Meteorologist Nick Lilia here, taking a look at your tropical update for July 1st of 2020, brought to you by the good folks over there at Pine Belt Gutters and Remodeling. Of course, here we are late June, early July, so we're still looking into the Gulf of Mexico and into the Caribbean now. And as we march through through July and toward August, we'll start to look out into the open Atlantic a little bit further. Out there right now, really nothing doing. We got a couple areas of interest, but nothing really that sticks out and really grabs your attention. We've got one little area here, we got another little upper level low here, and then another little cluster of thunderstorms there. But for the most part, we're talking about stuff that the National Hurricane Center isn't overly concerned about as of right now, which is some good news. In fact, they haven't listed anywhere as being an area of particular interest on their part. None of the invests, there's no areas where they're saying 10 or 20% chance of development or anything. So we've got to look down the road. So here's the stuff that's happening just off the coast right now. We've got that other little cluster of stuff that's down here and also toward the Yucatan there. That'd be maybe loosely associated with maybe some kind of a gyre that's trying to form. We got another little wave back here as we head through the next couple of days. As we head through the 4th of July, here we are on Saturday. We get a little area of low pressure that tries to develop here in the southeast. We get just bombarded with a couple of different little clusters of thunderstorms that dive our direction from the north here in South Mississippi and along most of the Gulf Coast, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. But just off the coast, this thing's still kind of floating around out here, and a little wave back here, so nothing that's really overly robust as of now. The good news is, now remember just a couple of days ago, the question was, as all of those clusters of storms sag to the south, do they get into the Gulf of Mexico or not? Models are now showing that they come down and they kind of kick on out of here, and then they're off of the East Coast as we head through the weekend and into next week. Here we are on July 6th, 7th, and 8th, and that's already off the East Coast and moving away from, well, us here in the Southeast, but more importantly, away from anybody in the United States. And there's a little break in the dust and the dry air out here, but nothing really doing. And then as we kind of move through July 10th, really nothing doing out into the open Atlantic. You can see all the dry air that's out here, even into the Gulf of Mexico and up the East Coast. We do end up with this little area that may try and do something just off of our coastline, but that's looking 7 to 10 days out, so that's we got plenty of time to get there before we have to worry about anything. So there's a look at your tropical update. Really nothing doing. That's the good news for July 1st of 2020. As always, brought to you by the good folks over there at Pine Belt Gutters and Remodeling.